Detective Daddy Jones. Okay, let's do this. A lot of you guys have been asking me to watch this show Vigil, and I didn't even know what the hell it was. I'm usually quite selective with what I watch, just because I'm usually like, ain't nobody got time for that. But then I saw Saran Jones was in it, and I was like, well, I got a little time for that. And then I saw Saran Jones was playing a somewhat sapphic role in Vigil, so I had all the time for that, and I've watched it. It's basically that Gentleman Jack fans have migrated to Vigil in the hiatus. It's also like a modern Anne Lister alternative universe fan fiction type thing, nautical Gentleman Jack. And I'm here for it. Now, before I get into this video, for those of you who haven't watched Vigil, it's not a lesbian show. It's a police procedural miniseries, and the show is very much centered on like detective work. But like I said, Saran Jones plays a detective, and she does have a girlfriend in the show. She does. Well, kind of like an ex-girlfriend, but it's complicated. And the girlfriend is played by Rose Leslie. So it's literally like a Gentleman Jack, Game of Thrones crossover alternative universe fan fiction. I need to get outside more. And you know what? The show's pretty good. It is. So before I get into it, this video will have spoilers. If you haven't seen Vigil, then yeah, I don't want to ruin anything for you. And it's quite a gripping series, so I recommend you go away and watch it before I ruin everything for you. So what is this show about? It's basically about the mysterious disappearance of a Scottish fishing trawler and a death which takes place on board the fictional submarine HMS Vigil. This death brings the police into conflict with the Royal Navy and the MI5, and Saran Jones plays a detective called Amy Silver, who is sent on board the HMS Vigil to investigate the death, and dark secrets are revealed. The show is very much like a nautical and then there were none situation. As you can probably tell, and because I said the show was pretty good, I like the show, I really did. It's pretty clear cut and concise, and it's bullshit free, you know? The acting is solid, the writing is decent, the narrative is pretty compelling and gripping. There were a few times I was on the edge of my seat like, holy shit, what's gonna happen? What's gonna go down? I think episodes 4 and 5 were my favorite episodes. They were just so gripping, and also, you know, there may have been a kiss in episode 4, which I enjoyed. Maybe enjoyed it. The show also taps into my, you know, Saran Jones detective fantasies. And speaking of Saran Jones, she does such a fantastic grade A job in this. I mean, anybody who's watched Gentleman Jack will know what a fantastic actor she is, but I mean, I genuinely mean it, you know? She conveys so much subtle emotion in her performance. The character she plays, Amy Silver, is a very complex character struggling with grief and anxiety and depression, and yet at the same time, she's such a boss at her job. She really knows what she's doing, and Saran Jones really brings that role to life. And I really enjoyed her scenes with Rose Leslie. I thought Leslie also really shone through in her role. We only really get glimpses of their relationship through flashbacks, but what we do see just seems very emotionally charged, and the two work really well with one another. You know, they're both incredible actors, and yeah, here for it. But it's not just those two. I mean, all the cast are fantastic. There wasn't one weak link in the bunch, so when I say the casting was solid, I mean it. You know, I have to admit, I'm not very versed on things like the Navy, MI5, Russian spies, nuclear weapons, so I couldn't really give you an intelligent deconstruction of the show. I feel like if those are your areas of expertise, you could really kind of give a thorough deconstruction, an intelligent deconstruction of this show. And I can't do that for you, because my knowledge it's all about Stevie Nicks and lesbians and women and 80s movies and literature. But like I said, I don't know anything about those subjects, and I still thoroughly enjoyed this show. So as far as entertainment goes, I really can't recommend the show enough. I think it's really good. I would completely watch another season of it, and I think if you're a Saran Jones fan, you're particularly going to enjoy this series. You know, let's be real, there's a reason this show is popular with the lesbians, and it's not just the submarine. Okay guys, so if you've seen Vigil, let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.